Attorneys for that second Iowa teenager, a high school student charged with killing Fairfield Spanish teacher back in November, now asking a judge to move the case to juvenile court in Iowa. Willard Miller's attorneys had a psychologist testify today about how it would help rehabilitate him. State prosecutors, though, have a much different view of all this. With that in mind, let's go live right now to KWWO reporter Daniel Perot. Daniel, standing by live right now, some of the arguments for us from both sides. Tell us more.
Ron, good evening to you. The defense argued that the juvenile system is a better place to rehabilitate him since his brain is still developing. But the state says there's not enough time for the juvenile system to rehab him, and they're not equipped to handle a first-degree murder case.
That arrests their development, that arrests the opportunities they have for change.
Willard Miller's defense lawyers called child psychologist Dr. Craig Ripa to testify on Friday. He conducted a 2-hour forensic interview of Miller and says that Miller needs treatment now to curb some of his behavior issues while his brain is still developing.
Waiting until he gets into his later adult years, I think treatment is likely to be less successful, in my opinion.
His attorneys say delaying treatment would be detrimental.
The crime isn't the determining factor. It's this particular individual's ability to be rehabilitated.
That treatment can't start until after his trial ends, and there's currently no timeline set for it to start. In most cases, the juvenile court only has jurisdiction over somebody until they turn 18. Miller is 16 and will turn 17 in August.
All I know is that we only have a set amount of time to work with this person, and it's not enough time for a forcible felony.
The state called juvenile court officer Karen Demler to the stand. She says there are no reasonable prospects to rehabilitate Miller in the juvenile court system. Not only is there not enough time, she says the juvenile court is not equipped to handle murder suspects.
Homicide is not a diagnosis. There are no rehabilitative prospects for Jaden in juvenile court.
The judge did not issue a decision today, but said he will, quote, get it rolling out shortly. Ron?
Yeah, Daniel, thanks for the update tonight on this ongoing case. We'll be covering it every step of the way. By the way, Miller's co-defendant, that's Jeremy Goodale, he was in court last week, a similar hearing about trying to move his case to juvenile court. The judge has not yet ruled in that case as well so far at this point. He'll have 2 decisions to make here in the near future.